Audio Jungle.
World War II began on September 1, 1939, and on December 7, 1941, the United States joined, following the attack on Pearl Harbor. This attack on Pearl Harbor was a random attack by the Japanese on the United States naval base in Hawaii, which killed more than 2,000 American soldiers and laborers and injured another 1,000.
World War II involved more than 30 countries and resulted in more than 50 million military and civilian deaths. On September 2, 1945, World War II ended with the surrender of Germany and the victory to the Allied nations.
During and following the war, there were many tensions and concerns regarding the presence of communism in the United States and whether it would spread to the non-communist nations abroad. This fear was triggered by the actions of the Soviet Union and other communist nations that played a role in the war.
Many individuals within the United States feared of espionage and communism amongst the people, causing a Red Scare, which lasted all through the 40s and 50s. The term Red Scare was coined as a reference to the red flag of the Soviet Union. Federal employees were analyzed to determine whether they were sufficiently loyal to the government, and the House Un-American Activities Committee, as well as U.S. Senator Joseph R. McCarthy, investigated allegations of subversive elements in the government and the Hollywood film industry. The climate of fear and repression linked to the Red Scare finally began to ease by the late 1950s.
McCarthy was a large influence during the Red Scare as he adopted the idea of McCarthyism, which is a term used to describe his policies and attitudes towards communism. He claimed to have found 205 communists in U.S. institutions and accused many individuals of espionage. Once he identified someone as a communist, they would be blacklisted, which made it very difficult for them to find jobs.
With the help of the House of Un-American Activities, which was established in 1934 to identify communist activities, investigate citizens, and investigate the infiltration of communism, McCarthy was able to accuse prominent individuals who portrayed liberal or humanitarian views of being a communist.
There were many political events that contributed to the Red Scare, such as the conviction of the U.S. State Department official Alger Hiss, who lied about sharing documents intended for a Soviet agent to Whittaker Chambers. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were two individuals who were accused and executed for sharing secrets about the U.S. atomic bomb with the Soviet Union. In 1954, McCarthy accused the Secretary of Army of engaging in espionage, but with lack of evidence, it only conveyed how McCarthy was over-exaggerating his accusations. The realization of the ridiculousness of McCarthy's accusations triggered a downfall in the hysteria of the people in the United States, eventually leading to the end of the Red Scare.
In the public, there were also fears of communism within the media and education. Schools would broadcast videos educating children on what to do if there is a bomb warning and how to protect themselves. These public service announcements and advertisements significantly contributed to the fear that filled the mind of people in the United States. There were also many political cartoons that illustrated the perspectives of people on how the United States political officials were handling communism and how it affected the citizens of the United States. These political cartoons and advertisements contributed to the continuous spark of fear amongst the people of the United States. People fear the spread of communism or the idea of this spread, otherwise known as the domino theory.
In conclusion, the post-World War II fear of communism, known as the Red Scare, was a period categorized by the hysteria over the potential threat of communism within the United States. This period began during and at the end of World War II in 1945 and lasted until around 1950, when people began to settle their hysteria.